goodness, did you see her hair? 6 inches deep in blood. She looked positive.
I cannot boast of knowing half a dozen acquaintances that have truly accomplished.
Nor I, to be sure. Goodness, you must comprehend
I do.
Absolutely. She must have a thorough knowledge of music, singing, drawing, dancing, and commercial languages.
And of course she must improve her mind by extensive reading. May I have the next dance, Miss Elizabeth?
Mr. Darcy? What are you doing here?
Miss Elizabeth, I'm a guest.
You mean to frighten me, Mr. Darcy, by coming in your state to hear me? But I won't be alarmed even if your sister does play so well.
I'm well enough acquainted with you, Miss Elizabeth, to know that I cannot.
What was my friend like at college?
Prepare yourself for something very dreadful. The first time I saw him at the assembly, he danced with nobody. Even though gentlemen were scarce and there was more than one young lady sitting down with him.
I knew nobody beyond my own party.
Oh, and nobody can be introduced to him.
I do not have the talent of conversing easily with people I have known.
Perhaps you should take your aunt's advice and practice. Mr. Darcy? Please do be seated. I'm afraid Mr. and Mrs. Collins have gone on business to the village.
This is a charming house. I believe my aunt did a great deal to it when Mr. Collins first arrived.
I believe so. She could not have bestowed her kindness on a more grateful subject. Shall I call for some tea?
No, thank you. Good day, Miss Elizabeth. Pleasure.
What on earth have you done to poor Mr. Darcy? I have no idea.
Miss Elizabeth, I've struggled with late night bed. These past months have been a torment. I came to Rosings with the single object of seeing you. I had to see you. I fought against my better judgment, my family's expectation, the inferiority of your birth, my rank, and circumstance, all these things that I'm willing to put aside and ask you to end my agony.
I don't understand.
I love you most ardently.
I'm in Devonshire for my aunt and uncle.
And are you having a pleasant trip?
Very pleasant. Tomorrow we go to Matlock.
Tomorrow? Are you staying at night?
Yes.
May I see you back to the village?
No. Very fond of walking.
Yes. Yes, I know.
My sister, Miss Georgiana.
My brother has told me so much about you. I feel as if we are friends already.
Your unfortunate brother has had a dark morning.
But he says you play so well.
You must know. Surely you must know it's all for you. You are too generous to travel. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes have not changed. But one word from you will silence me forever. If, however, your feelings have changed, I will have to tell you. You have bewitched me, body and soul, and I love you. And never wish to be parted from you from this day on.
Well then. Your hands are cold.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls, the final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. Oh, when I was trapped, you showed an open door. Living in a dark, clouded haze, we danced, we fought. We were bound.
Honestly, when I first heard Pride and Prejudice, I genuinely thought it was either a legal textbook or the name of some prestigious old school law firm, like Pride, Prejudice and Associates, attorneys at law. Not once did I think, oh yes, this must be a story about slow burn longing, banter and yearning glances in the rain. Nope, zero clues. Just full-on courtroom energy. I was fully prepared for legal jargon, not Mr. Darcy in a wet shirt. I truly had no idea this was the blueprint for enemies to lovers, witty women, and emotionally constipated men. I thought it was dry and dusty. I was tragically wrong, dramatically wrong, waistcoat level wrong. When people talked about Jane Austen, I pictured some polite, prim writing with tea and long sentences about the weather. I did not expect her to be so funny, sharp, and deeply shady in the best way. No one warned me that this book has burns, and Elizabeth Bennet basically invented the art of saying no thanks, I'll pass with style. She said, and I quote, "And I might as well inquire why, with so evident a design of insulting me, you chose to tell me that you liked me against your better judgment. You are mistaken, Mr. Darcy, if you suppose that the mode of your declaration affected me in any other way than as it spared the concern which I might have felt in refusing you, had you behaved in a more gentlemanlike manner. Too good. I didn't even know it was that old. LOL like pre-Victorian, full corsets, no electricity kind of old. I thought it was just one of those classics people pretend to like. But now I want to reread it, rewatch every adaptation which I'm making my way down through. Anyway, I get it. I finally get it. This book isn't just a romance, it's a lifestyle, a longing, a thunderstorm, a dinner party filled with tension. Wait till you see what we cook in this video. So delicious, I think Mr. Collins would be quite delighted. Sigh, after a couple of centuries, I have finally read it. Okay. I am not 200 years old, so it's fine. Regardless, I almost missed out because I thought it sounded like required reading for a civil litigation class. Boy, was I wrong.
Pemberley, Derbyshire. August 3rd, 2025. Miss Austen. It is with considerable hesitation, and, I must confess, no small amount of wounded dignity, that I write to acknowledge your birthday. I do so with some astonishment on the occasion of your 250th birthday. Were it not for the rather inconvenient fact that you invented me, I might have excused myself from the proceedings on account of decorum, or at the very least, social awkwardness. However, as you have seen fit to fashion my very thoughts, I am, regrettably, unable to resist your summons. A man may be proud, Miss Austen, but even pride must yield to its author. Were you a Derbyshire estate, madam, you would be in prime condition, with gardens lovingly preserved and not a single draught in the West Wing. Forgive me if I sound formal. Birthdays, particularly bicentennial ones, are not a common subject of correspondence in my experience. I have attended few, and none that required the lighting of 250 candles. Indeed, I am told that in the modern age, health and safety regulations would sooner outlaw such fire hazards than allow them to decorate a cake. You have, with your usual cunning, ensured that I shall live forever in the minds of readers, most of whom judge me far too harshly at first, and then, equally unfairly, fall madly in love with me by the third volume. I do not pretend to understand why you chose to lay bare my faults quite so vividly a poorly timed insult here, a letter too late there, but I suppose I am grateful. Permit me also to say, it is very strange to exist in a world where people watch me on screens, swoon over my sideburns, and make much too free with my swimming habits. I had no notion, when you first penned my character, that I would become something called a heartthrob. I do not know precisely what this means, but it sounds profoundly uncomfortable, and entirely your fault. Still, I forgive you. You gave me Elizabeth, after all. I wish you every happiness on your natal day, though I dare say a lady of your refinement would prefer the company of a good novel and a pot of strong tea to the vulgarity of public celebration. I would offer you a dance, were I not fictional. Or worse, obliged to dance with someone else's invention in an adaptation. On this notable day, I raise a glass of tea, naturally to the woman who created me, flaws, virtues, and all, and who, 2.5 centuries later, still compels readers to examine their own pride and prejudices. That is no small feat, and certainly more respectable than any duel I might have fought in your defense. Should we find your writings yet published, perhaps we shall be blessed with another brooding gentleman of questionable social grace. I hope he will be spared the indignity of wet shirts and public admiration. Or, at the very least, that you will provide him with a decent dog. May you ever rest in the pantheon of great minds. And may the heavens be gracious enough to bring you occasional news of our continued popularity. Yours, begrudgingly, but with a smirk, F. Darcy.
fine.
What is happening?
Just take my hand, I'll be all you need. Hold on to the hopes and dreams we shared along the way, and promise you won't let them fade away. Though I have tried, I cannot forget. Can't seem to get it out of my head. The way that I felt that night we met. You stole my heart at first attempt. You made me believe in love again. Open my eyes with the things you said. Hold on to the hopes and dreams we shared along the way, and promise you won't let them fade away. Hold on to the hopes and dreams we shared along the way, and promise we'll live on another day.
You may not visit a beauty or not, as you well know, Mr. Bennet. Listening, never listen. Papa had one.
There's no need. I already have.
Have? Oh, Mr. Bennet, how can you tease me so? Have you no compassion for my poor nerves?
Oh, you mistake me, my dear. I have the highest respect for them. They've been my constant companions these 20 years.
What about it? Please, dear, I need to. Mrs. Houston, and it's my great. 2 weeks. I know. 2 weeks, I'll do. Shall you take it for
one's partner is barely tolerable.
Mr. Bingley is just what a young man ought to be. Sensible, good humoured.
Handsome, conveniently rich.
You know perfectly well I do not believe marriage
I
should be driven by thoughts of money.
Only the deepest love will persuade me into matrimony, which is why I will end up an old maid.
Do you really believe he liked me, Lizzie?
Jane, he danced with you most of the night and stared at you for the rest of it.
Thank you.
My goodness, did you see her hem? 6 inches deep in mud. She looked positively medieval.
I feel such a terrible imposition. They're being so kind to me.
And of course, she must improve her mind by extensive reading.
Miss Elizabeth, let us take a turn about the room. Dear Charlotte, thank you for your letter.
There's a possibility.
Darcy, it's been very pleasant to see you all again. Miss Elizabeth, Miss Bennet.
You must come again. For when you were in town last winter, you promised to have a family dinner with us. I've not forgot, you see. At least 3 courses.
Excuse me. We were walking, and she was going to say, sit down now. No. Oh, it's a disaster. Miss Bennet.
Mr. Bingley?
I just go in, and I'll just say,
What? I didn't know that that's how it happened. It's so good.
I couldn't sleep.
Laura, my aunt.
Yes, she was here.
How can I ever make amends for such behaviour?
After what you have done for Lydia, and I suspect for Jane also, it is I who should be making amends.
You must know.
Your hands are cold.
Mr. Collins at your service. What a superbly featured room, and what excellent boiled potatoes. Many years since I've had such an exemplary vegetable. To which of my fair cousins should I compliment the excellence of the cooking?
Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your sweet desire. What we're all built in right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the party, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We feel free. Yeah. And it won't take love. Your fragile soul will soon be strong. I'll carry you so tenderly. What I wanna say is that I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together.
Forgive me. You and your sister I must exclude from this.
And what about Mr. Wickham?
Mr. Wickham,
What excuse can you give for your behaviour towards him?
you take an eager interest in that gentleman's
He
concerns.
told me of his misfortunes.
Oh, yes, his misfortunes have been very great indeed.
You ruin his chances and yet you treat him with sarcasm.
So this is your opinion of me. Thank you for explaining so fully. Perhaps these offences might have been overlooked had not your pride been hurt by my honesty in admitting scruples about our relationship. Could you expect me to rejoice in the inferiority of your circumstances?
And those are the words of a gentleman. From the first moment I met you, your arrogance and conceit made me realise that you were the last man in the world I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Forgive me, madam, for taking up so much of your time.
Okay, so I just got a severe thunderstorm warning, which means summer is creeping in. Of course, that's what it really means. You can't really see it, but like the clouds out there are super, super dark, and I feel like I hear distant thunder rolling. Your voice will be in the vlog. It's recording. What is wrong with you guys? You guys should know by this by now. Anyway.
Yeah.
What?
It's just that if I find something I really love, I usually keep it for myself, which I guess doesn't make me very business-minded, does it?
I get it. Find things that are Jane related, and I think about how fun it'll be to share it with the group, but then I don't want to keep it for myself for a few days first.
I guess that's the thing about being a reader is you kind of get lost in the imaginary life. It helps you discover what you love about the real world. That was a bit much, yeah.
Not at all, I get it. It's funny when that happens.
When you finish the thoughts someone else was thinking.
Exactly.
Exactly. So cheesy.
So, do you do anything besides work?
I could ask you the same question.
I do lots of other things.
Yeah. Oh, right, of course. Jane Society.
Other things besides Jane.
Oh.
Dear Jane.
Mr. Darcy.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Shall I call for some tea?
No, thank you. Good day, Miss Elizabeth. It's been a pleasure.
Tania here. I'm hoping you are enjoying the video so far. So much fun work put into it. Now, though Mr. Darcy has departed with great haste, we shall, nevertheless, set the kettle to boil and prepare a pot of cinnamon plum tea. For, should he return, drenched, which he will be soon from his encounter with Lizzie near the iconic Temple of Apollo within the gardens, where he surely will propose, Darcy will probably return soaked from the rain and be discomposed in spirit. It is only fitting that he be met with some measure of warmth and consolation. don't you think?
Look at that. I received a letter. Let's see who it's from. My goodness. Oh, it's so cute. I love receiving a telegram. It's from Mr. Darcy. Well, you know, since I can't really read his handwriting, it's kind of like gibberish here, I think I'll just check it on my email.
You've got mail.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it says, "My dearest, I entreat your patience, for I find myself most inadequately equipped to express the multitude of sentiments that surge through me upon beholding you this day. Never before have I witnessed a transformation so striking, so exquisitely wrought as that which now crowns you. Your hair..." He's talking about my hair. It's because I changed it, you guys. Oh, wow. Okay. Each one a testament to both deliberate artistry and natural grace, possess a dignity and modern elegance that render me at once humbled and entranced. He's bewitched mind, body, and soul. Okay. There is a boldness in them, a declaration of self, which speaks not only of fashion, but of soul. Yet, it is not merely novelty that arrests the eye, but the harmony with which they suit you, as if your very spirit had sought this form and found at last its perfect mirror. I confess, when we first met, I believed you could not appear more radiant. I was wrong. There is a poise in your bearing now, enhanced by this style, which surpasses every former impression. The locks that fall, with which such deliberate strength and softness, like thoughts too profound for speech. They frame your countenance with an elegance that would not be amiss in the salons of Pemberley or the drawing rooms of London, and yet they speak too of freedom and individuality. And individuality that neither society nor fashion can obtain. If I am forward in speaking thus, forgive me, but to withhold my admiration would be an offense to truth itself. You have rendered me, again, a man hopelessly in love, bound not merely by your outward beauty, but by the intelligence, defiance, and grace that reside in every fiber of your being, now made visible in these magnificent locks. I remain, as ever, yours, most devotedly and in awe, F. Darcy. I don't know what Caroline Bingley would have to say about this, and I don't know what Elizabeth Bennet would have to say about this, but, you know, I'm ready to fight them, if anything. You know, I got these locks now, which means I'm ready to go. But what a beautiful letter from Mr. Darcy. Now, I'm gonna drink my cinnamon plum tea and have some biscuits, aka cookies, with them, and get started on a gorgeous tea time puzzle.
Shall we be quite safe here, Mr. Darcy, do you think?
Damn sure you want to spoon.
Allow me the pleasure of welcoming you to our little assembly here.
Sir William, I'm very glad to see you. There's nothing that I love better than a country dance.
Then, after all, do you know who they are, Charlotte? Mr. Bingley's sisters, I understand. One of them is married to the gentleman there, a Mr. Hurst. The taller gentleman? No, the other. Better and better. Very elegant. Better pleased with themselves than what they see, I think. Lizzie! Jane!
You ever wonder if days like these last?
is as agreeable as Jane's. I believe the rewards of observation and reflection are much greater. And so they are when there are others to be had. We shall have to be philosophers, Mary.
Ooh. Oh, little kitty cat.
Come, Darcy. I must have you dance.
I must have you dance.
Hates you standing around in this stupid manner. Come, you must better dance.
I certainly shall not. An assembly such as this. Be in support.
All things Jane Austen for Pride and Prejudice. I had a blast. I just had a blast reading the book and watching the 2005 movie with Matthew McFadden and Keira Knightley and all of the people. I feel like I'm part of the Jane Knight Club now. I really can't wait to see the influence of Pride and Prejudice in other rom-coms. When I was reading it, part of me was like, oh, this kind of reminds me of the Edward and Bella story a little bit. It kind of reminded me of other little things that I wasn't really privy to. For example, this is so just random, but I didn't really know who Michael Jackson was when he died, right? And when I look back on a lot of things, whether it be song or references or people's body movement and even people mimicking Michael Jackson, it's like, oh my gosh, like that's the guy. So it feels like I'm part of the club now, like I'm in the know, you know what I mean? So I'll be looking out for the influences of Jane Austen and maybe like references. That's the main thing that I really want to say, but I adored the book. Not only was the movie really just spectacular and beautifully filmed with a score that I've known for like almost 20 years now, because I just didn't know that it belonged to these people. And you hear Pride and Prejudice, Liz on Top of the World. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. I love soundtracks in general. Sometimes I'll just get a song on my playlist without having seen the movie. For example, there's a movie called Adeline something, you know, with the girl who's been in the news recently, Blake Lively. Something Adeline, what is it called? Age of Adeline. My sister just fed it to me. But Age of Adeline, there's a song in there by, I think, Rob Simonson called Ellie Brings Flowers or Ellie's Lost Flowers, something like that. And it's just such a beautiful song. And I've been hearing it for well over a decade now and I've never seen the movie. So it'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. So Liz on Top of the World, I've been hearing that song for the longest time and I didn't know that it was that. I was like, who are these people? Yeah, like I didn't know Liz on Top of the World was this iconic, you know, moment in the film with Darcy coming through the meadow at sunrise. Oh, I couldn't sleep, nor I. Just look at my face. Really, I love it. I really love it. And I love that you can see the moments of the film in the book, meaning that, you know, obviously they use the book for direct quotes. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the scene and whatnot. I love Jane Austen's writing. I loved all of the characters. The plot just kept me moving and grooving, and the love and the romance was in there, and it wasn't too like convoluted with all these different characters. Literally laughing out loud, literally gasping for some of the norms that were in the past with the etiquette of, you know, how do you treat women, and one of the most heartbreaking scenes in the book as well as the movie was when Mr. Collins was asking Elizabeth for her hand in marriage, and everybody in her household pretty much just left her there solitary, isolated, alone to face this guy and to reject him. It was just so funny to me the way that it was written, but so heartbreaking. Like, I actually was like, oh, this is traumatizing. How scary is that?
Mrs. Bennet, I was hoping, if it would not trouble you, that I might solicit a private audience with Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, yes, certainly. Lizzie will be very happy indeed. Everyone out.
No, wait, please, I beg you, Mr. Collins can have nothing to say to me that anybody need not hear.
Now?
Jane, don't. Jane.
Dear Miss Elizabeth,
he kind of wouldn't say no. He wouldn't take no for an answer. And I was reading little passages to my sister and I just had such a good old time. Oh, There's a line here that you guys would know about it. My sister yelled at me earlier. I'm kidding. My sister was like, stop saying this line, because she knows I love it so much. Okay, the Penguin cloth-bound edition of Pride and Prejudice. On page 346, Elizabeth was too much embarrassed to say a word. After a short pause, her companion, Mr. Darcy, added, "You are too generous to trifle with me. If your feelings are what they... If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes are unchanged, but one word from you will silence me on the subject forever." It's just so well written. You guys, I don't have really a bad word to say about it, except the ending. I'm not saying that it was bad. It's just I'm so bewitched and so used to Hallmark-esque kind of endings where, or even modern day romantic, I always do this, romance novels where the last scene is between the two leads, the guy and the girl or whatever, the lovers, and they, like, for example, sorry to bring up Twilight again, but I'm just thinking of, you know, those last moments of a book or whatnot. It's like there's a scene between Edward and Bella where I think Bella allowed Edward to be able to read her mind, and whatever, whether it be in a modern day romance book, there's always the last scene with the two leads and how they're just so happy to be with one another, and it's like, but you're driving off into the sunset and it's like, do it again, and oh, I lived happily ever after kind of thing. In a sense, I felt like it wasn't like that for Jane Austen, so I'm kind of spoiled with those Hallmarky type of endings with the final kiss and the camera pans away, in a sense, because it didn't really end like that, but the 2005 movie did such a great job that I can forgive it. So yeah, but anyway, all in all, such a great time reading this. I started it over. My sister says that I read it 1.5 times because I was like, oh, this is so good. I started it over and I just had such a great time with it, guys. 5 stars, pick it up. The next one I want to read from her is Sense and Sensibility. Let me know if I should do a video like this, you know, in the future for maybe Sense and Sensibility. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm a big fan now. I'm a huge fan. Now, y'all thought it was over. It's not. So I'm going to hit record on my tablet and I'm going to play a trivia game with you guys since I just finished the book. I've never played it before. I just found something on BuzzFeed. Sorry if we have like ads that pop up, but whatever. So this is a quiz that comes all the way from like November 6, 2020. Only diehard Pride and Prejudice fans will ace this quiz. And I don't know if I'm diehard there. Okay, why does Mr. Darcy say he doesn't want to dance with Elizabeth at the first ball? And where's the answer? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I'm like scrolling. Okay. She's not pretty enough. He only dances with rich ladies. Her dress is subpar. He saw her dance before and she's dreadful.
Will you dance, Mr. Darcy?
Not if I can help it.
I feel like she's not pretty enough because he said that there are other handsome women, like more, I don't know. Oh, I got it right. Okay, next.
Never seen so many pretty girls in my life.
You were dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
But her sister Elizabeth is very agreeable.
Perfectly tolerable, I dare say. Not handsome enough to tempt me.
I don't want this to go on. Who invites Jane to Netherfield? It is A, Mr. Bingley, B, Mr. Darcy, Mrs. Bennet, like cuts it right off, doesn't say C. Mrs. Bennet invites her daughter herself, Caroline and Louisa. It's Caroline and Louisa. Mrs. Bingley. Yes, I got it right.
From Netherfield, oh Jane. Well, what does it say?
It is from Miss Bingley.
That is a good sign too. Give it to me.
Next question. Why does Mr. Collins decide to propose to Elizabeth? Okay, he sees her first. She's the most interested when he talks. Mr. Bennet begs him to. Mr. Bennet would never do that. Or Mrs. Bennet would never. Well, yeah, my bad. I read Mr. So Mrs. Bennet begs him to. He sees her first. And then here it just is left blank. Oh, I don't know. Does he? She's the most interested when he talks. I feel like I'm gonna choose that one because Elizabeth just naturally has that. Oh man, what kind of... Y'all see it. Y'all see the recording. It doesn't give me the answer for what was correct. Now that's a fluke. Okay, when Mr. Bingley and company suddenly leave, where do they go? I think It's either London or Brighton. Oh gosh. I'll say London, because that's where they all go. Oh yeah, I got it right. How is Lady Catherine de Bourgh related to Mr. Darcy? That's his aunt.
You know my nephew?
His aunt. Okay, next. How does Elizabeth find out the truth about Mr. Darcy? Mr. Bingley tells her nonchalantly. Mr. Darcy writes her a letter explaining everything. And Mr. Darcy angrily tells her right after she rejects it. She realizes on her own. Of course, he wrote a letter telling her everything. That scene was hot.
Mr. Darcy?
Would you do me the honor of reading this letter? Be not alarmed, madam, lest this letter contain any repetition of those sentiments or renewal of those offers which were last night so disgusting to you. It does not. Those wishes cannot be too soon forgotten, and the efforts of writing this letter and your perusal of it should have been spared had not my character required it to be written and read.
I came to leave you this. I shall not renew the sentiments which were so disgusting to you, but if I may, I will address the 2 offences you have laid against me.
It was so fun. Why does Elizabeth visit Pemberley, the Darcy estate? Mr. Darcy has specifically invited her. The gardeners tell her there will be a buffer. She is sure Mr. Darcy won't be there. She wants to meet Georgiana more than she fears seeing Mr. Darcy again, so it's not that. The gardeners tell her there will be a buffer. She is sure Mr. Darcy won't be there. Oh... What do you mean by there'll be a buffer? Like, she does believe that Mr. Darcy won't be there because, you know, he's supposed to be somewhere else. Oh, that's hard. I'm just gonna... Dang it. She is sure Mr. Darcy won't be there. That's what I thought. Which sister runs off with Mr. Wickham? Easy peasy, Lydia.
It's the most dreadful news. Lydia has run away with Mr. Wickham.
Ugh, Lydia. And finally, what does Elizabeth say when Lady Catherine de Bourgh demands to know if she'll marry Mr. Darcy? What is up with this BuzzFeed test? There are 2 answers that are blank. She tells her they're not engaged yet. She says she would happily marry Mr. Darcy, and then these other 2 options are completely blank, as you guys can see in the recording. This is so annoying.
Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
Your ladyship has declared it to be impossible.
Let me be understood.
Oh, whatever. 7 out of 9. One of them was just completely unfair, and this one was a guess, and I got it right. You're Pride and Prejudice fiend. You scored better than 38% of all other quiz takers. Jane Austen would be proud. That's all I care about. Alrighty guys, well thank you so much for hanging out with me and enjoying all of the things a lady of Pemberley would. I am officially Mrs. Darcy. You can't take that title from me. And and I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video as much as I did filming it. I had a ton of fun, and I will be going back to my puzzle as it does take a little while because it is over 1,000 pieces. Thank you so much again for watching. If you do like this kind of content, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming content. Alrighty, bye.
You said you're Mrs. Darcy?
Yeah.
I thought you were the Countess of Monte Cristo.
Ooh, Mr. Darcy or Edmond Dantes? What?
I said Edmund.
Edmund, oh my gosh, he just 14 years in the Chateau. Oh man, that's hard. That's hard. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mr. Darcy?
Miss Bennet.